Friday. Gotta get down on Friday. So listen, I've been so busy that I've had close to zero time to come on here, go live, and catch up with you guys. So I just hope that my usual Soul Tribe folks come in today, and I hope I meet some new folks today because we have got to catch up, okay? A lot has happened in the last 2 weeks. I think that's how long it's been since I've gone live, is 2 weeks. And that's because I moved, I was competing, work updates, a lot of changes, you guys. And I just feel like this season is just a season of change. But it's a season of change in a good way. And I think it was because there was some type of planetary shift that just happened. And I was watching a video on it. And it was talking about how this planetary shift is going to get everything out of the way that does not align with you. And boy, did it get out the way. Oh my God. Hi, girl dad. Hi, Chica. How's it going? Happy Friday. Thanks for tuning in, guys. So my name is Soulspiration. For those who don't know, this is a digital diary. This is me navigating my 30s, hoping I can provide you some inspiration and wisdom as I go and live my life. And we're in this together, okay? So I have a huge update. Like, life comes at you fast type of update. It's crazy. I'll get into that later, though. I'll tell you guys that later. I didn't want to start the video that way. Happy Friday. So I just got done taking some headshots a minute ago. The headshots were for I told you guys I'm in like a business cohort, and so one of the services they offer in this cohort were headshots. So I had my blazer, I got my dress on, I did my makeup, hair done, you know what I'm saying? And yeah, I got my headshots done. So that's what I just got finished doing a minute ago. And then actually around 7, I'm going on a date. I feel like I'm already dressed for the date, so I'm good. I'm in good shape. Yeah. Love your fire. Love UK. Love, are you coming from the UK? Steamy Bricks? Steamy Bricks. Thank you, by the way. I gotta make sure these cars be seeing me because they don't be seeing me sometimes. On this street, people be driving crazy. Anyway, I'm from the UK. What part? Are you from London? Are you from Birmingham? Are you from Brixton, isn't it? I don't know. I just figured I don't know what part of the UK says in it. In it. Oh! Hold on, I'll read y'all's comments in a minute. It's just, I gotta make sure I get to my destination safely. You look great, lucky guy on date tonight too. Aw, thanks. We're going for it. Right. Alright, about to get up in this garage. Find my parking spot. Cheshire, like the Cheshire cat. Is that where that comes from? Cheshire cat? From I think it's from Alice in Wonderland. All right. It's so funny because the guy asked me, he was like, does dinner at this location work for you? And I said yes, and then I realized, wait, I should have had him just make it closer. Now I gotta go back and drive later. Thanks, Chica. Yeah, let's get inside. So you guys, I have so many updates for you. It's actually crazy. Where should I begin? Oof, did you hear that? Number one, I need a massage. That's number one. Numero uno. Maybe take an Uber. You know, I guess I could take an Uber, but I should have had him. If I was gonna take an Uber, I should have had him make it there. Because all the, you know, the further you go out, the more expensive it is. Because one thing about me is I'll call an Uber really quick. That is one thing you should know about me. Hey y'all, welcome to the channel. I'm Soulspiration, and this is my digital diary. This is me navigating my 30s about personal, professional things, and I hope you find inspiration along the way. Okay, I share like updates about my life, but then also things I've learned in real time. So speaking of updates, should I tell you guys? I'm kind of nervous to tell you guys. Should I tell you? I don't know if I should. Maybe I'll make a little poll. Let's see. Why are you laughing? Because I'm kind of embarrassed to give you guys this update about my life. But that's part of what this channel is about. Hi, Amir. Old ladies. Who's an old lady? Okay. Where are you from? I'm from US of A. Oh, you know what? I forgot my charger. I usually have one charger for my car and then one charger for my house, but the one in my house just gave out on me, so now I have to just bring the only one I have into the house. Which I think I did. Okay, I'm tripping. It's in my backpack. Alright. Where are you from, Amir? Oh, you're from Iran. Iran. Yeah, that's where I'm from. Cool. I've never been to Iran. Yeah, y'all. So I've have a pretty huge update going on in my life right now, and it really threw me off guard. Like, it really caught you off guard. And it's that thing where they say life comes at you fast. Oh, it does. But how you respond to things really makes all the difference. They say life is 20%. Okay, I'm connected to my Wi-Fi, and maybe the whole time I thought you guys were hearing me was... Should I start over? I think I'm gonna start over. Oh, so you guys can hear me now. Okay, so wow, it really was my connection. So I thought you guys could hear me the whole time, when really you guys couldn't. No one said anything in the chat. No one said until you. Yeah, so So anyway, lots of life updates, lots of changes. If it isn't broke, don't start over. Don't fix it if it isn't broke. That's my favorite saying. If it ain't broke, don't fix it. Facts. All right, well then we'll just keep going. Wait, Chica, you couldn't see me talking either? Like it was that bad, my connection? What is this? It was frozen. Oh my god, I was talking to myself the whole time. Oh, damn. Oh, you hate to see it. Some Gatorade. Anyway, I don't know what you guys heard, but I was doing headshots. Maybe you guys heard me say that part. And then I also was contemplating whether or not I should give you guys the most recent update that just happened to me 2 days ago. Oh, on top of that, I'm in a much bigger room now. So, like, room is bigger, room is different. So many changes, like, that just hit me like this. Bah! Just, boom, at once. And for a while, I was like, whoa. When so many things are changing and happening at the exact same time, it's hard to grasp, and your body, you're not connected. You're just like, what's going on? So, yeah. Oh my god. Anyway, happy Friday, you guys. I don't know. Hi, Saad. Saad. I got these 2 rings last night at this place called Elemental Earth. This is carnelian, and this is hematite. Is it hematite? Child, I don't forgot what it's called. Anyway, but this is like for creativity, abundance. This is like grounding and you know, balance, confidence. Actually, I have the cards in my purse. Let me actually read it. But I love wearing these types of things because it's the colors of the elements of the earth. And so like when you have the elements of the earth on your hand, yeah, and on your body, it helps you ground better and get connected better. So let me find my purse and then I'll read what they're for. And maybe you guys will want to get some. Actually, here they were the whole time. I should probably charge my phone before it dies. Those are pretty powerful. Yeah, they are. They are superty duperty powerful. Charge my phone up like this. Hold on, y'all. Come on. There we go. Maybe you guys can hear me better now. There we go. So anywho, so this is, yeah, hematite. So this is the hematite one. This dark one is hematite. And then the orange one is carnelian. So, okay, so carnelian, it calms fear related to the cycle of life, encourages inspired action, it boosts creativity and passion, and it improves vitality and ignites an inner fire. Okay, that's carnelian. And it's connected to your sacral chakra. Your sacral chakra is right here. It's right up under the belly button. That is that's for creativity, passion, what's the word? Pleasure. In any sense, any type of pleasure, whether it's good food, happiness, good laughs, good sex, all types of pleasure. Hematite or hematite is the dark one. It provides grounding. Why does that keep happening? Ugh. Okay. Provides grounding and protection, deflects negative energy, eases anxiety and depression, and helps to release self-imposed limitation. I also got one more, which I'm not wearing. This one I think is opalite. And opalite, I actually forgot to make sure this doesn't fall off my hand. Opalite is this clear one. I forgot to get a card for it because I didn't have a card for it, but I took a picture of what opalite is for. But I got all 3 of these last night. So if you guys want to get jewelry and you don't want to spend a bunch of money, consider jewelry that's connected to like crystals and stones of the earth, because the colors of things matches our chakras. Okay, so just food for thought. I decided to get some. I should have got my mom one now that I think about it. But I live really close to that store, so I'm gonna go back and get my mom some. Ooh, I know who I need to give this to. Rob, please, what are you on? Oh my goodness. Thanks, Rob. I appreciate the comment. Oh my gosh, y'all. So where I was at to get my headshots, they gave us Panera bread. And you know Panera has those massive cookies. Ooh. Look how big this is. And I'm supposed to be eating dinner later. I should save my appetite and have this later, huh? Anyway, that'll be waiting for me later. Anyway, I'm over here reading this lady's business cards. I got my headshots done. This is her business card. I think it's smart to have all the pictures or some of the pictures you took on the back of your business card. It's an eye catcher. Because they were sitting up there like that. She didn't even have them like this on the table. She had them like this. And it made me pick it up. So I think this was a great business idea. If anybody needs photos, Terry Rippey. Terry Rippey. You need your headshots done out here in California. So what all were you saying while you were talking to your imaginary audience? Oh my God. I was saying how a huge update happened to me, and I was contemplating whether or not I wanted to share it on a live or whether or not I wanted to make a video about it. And like what I feel like it's teaching me, you know. You like that? Ay, Dios mío. Share it in the live. We'll decide if it deserves a special video about it. That's a good point. Okay, well, I'll put it this way. My time has opened back up again. Let me know if you can piece that together. Those rings are pretty, like. They kind of make you sweat a little bit. That's good. I guess it means everything is going normal. Is that what you picked up, Rob, from what I just said? Yeah. Okay, I'll just say it. Honestly, like, it shouldn't be a secret. I think this is my digital diary. So, yeah, so one afternoon, Tuesday, it was a Tuesday afternoon. I was coming out of the office from work, and I had had some conversations with my manager about like switching my trainer at work, my job. And I feel like they were kind of just like ignoring me because I was having issues with my trainer. And my trainer was, to be honest, she just wasn't a really good trainer. Like, I had questions, things weren't clear, but I would work with other trainers, and I feel like I'm getting better assistance with these trainers than the one I'm assigned to. So I pretty much just requested to have a new trainer. Was what I did. But I didn't talk down to the woman I was assigned to. I didn't want her to get in trouble, nothing. I just said, hey, I feel like I'm having better communication with other trainers, and I want to entertain being placed in another pod if possible. Just like that. I guess they decided to take it the wrong way. I don't know. And they just reported back to my employer that I was an issue just because I asked. So after work, I was saying goodbye to the manager who I was having this conversation with in the past. And I said, have a good night. And she goes, good night. I was like, okay. So then I get to my car, and I get a phone call. Literally 5 minutes after she said goodnight like that, I get a phone call, and they said, hey, they just terminated you. And I was like, what? Did you just say? I was in shock. I was like, oh my God, like, you guys are the spawn of Satan. Literally the spawn of Satan, because what did I do wrong? So it took me a minute to process, and then I had some tears, and then I wouldn't say I'm 100% over it, but I feel like 2 days ago I was kind of in shambles. First it was shell shock, like, I'm sorry, what? Like, I was just couldn't believe it. And then I was angry, and then I was sad, and then I was sick to my stomach. It was just a lot because it came out of nowhere. So I'm trying to figure out why that happened, but I feel like more so other things that are coming into my life right now. Maybe this was the first time. Sorry, I just combined your question, Marcus, with what I was trying to say. I'll answer that question in a second. I said maybe this is like a sign. Like the first time I didn't have a job for 2 years, then I finally get a job, and then I get fired, and I'm just like, God, what are you trying to tell me? Like, what do I need to know? What is it that I need to know? No, I didn't quit the job, Chica. You missed my story. Was it your first time? A lot of people have problems with their trainers. Don't feel alone. Thank you. Was it your first time being fired? Yes. Yes, it was. That headshot card could use a little bit more diversity. Chica, you read my mind. But that's how it is out here in Southern California, for the record. This is what Southern California nowadays looks like, especially in my city. So anyway, hi, hype me up. Oh, hype me up. Hype me up. I hype me up. How's it going, B? Chica, no, I did not quit the job. I got fired. And it's so funny because I've been listening to that song to hype me up. Hype me up. I hype me up. Let me stop before they copyright me. I was training a guy last week that kept having problems with all his previous trainers, and they were about to fire him, so I took him under my wings and trained him. Yo, shout out to Rob. Because that's all they had to do. That's all they had to do. I didn't, like, I'm very competent. I think you guys could probably guess, hopefully, that I'm pretty competent. Plus, I'm only 2 months in. So let me tell you the reason that they let me go. They claim that the reason they let me go was because I wasn't picking things up. Be for real. I wasn't picking things up. No, I had a trainer that was correcting me on things. Actually, yeah, there were some things I wasn't understanding, but I was only a month in at that point, right? You can't expect people to know everything a month in. Of course I'm not going to know everything, and of course I'm going to make mistakes. But that's just kind of like the margin of error that just doesn't exist for some people in this society, but that's another conversation. So anyway, yeah, she would, at some point after month 2, it became very clear that I was the one who knew what I was doing and she didn't. Yeah, it's been a while, B. I'm doing good. I'm doing better now. I feel like I've had time to process what happened. And I feel like there's also a lot of good things that just happened. It wasn't a good environment anyway. It wasn't, Chica. I think what bothered me most about it was how they did it. Because I was contracted through an agency, and even the recruiter for the agency was like, I have never seen anybody do this before. And he had been with that company for a while. He was like, they usually give you warnings, they usually give you something, but never in my days have I seen a company give feedback and terminate at the exact same time. So I knew that there were some other things going on. So I'm not gonna like hash on that, but there definitely was some, you can probably guess what I'm getting at. Look at this card. Look at me. I think what's even more unfortunate is that they weren't even necessarily like but they also weren't. So it's just one of those things where at this point I don't trust anybody when it comes to being unfair, being discriminatory. Like, I don't trust anybody. Nobody gets a pass just because they're not. Nah. I've seen too much in this state and in this city that nobody gets a pass. Nobody gets a hell, sometimes it's even your own. Like, I've seen too many things. And sometimes it's not even racial. Sometimes people can be so intimidated by, they think somehow you're a threat to their position. You know? Marcus says, you're now blessed with the time to find something that aligns with your passion. Facts. Thank you, Marcus. Very true. Did I miss some comments? B says, you're as good as who trained you. So if you weren't picking up fast enough, your trainer may have been lacking. Facts, Marcus. And like, I'm sorry, B. It's true. Month 1, I was struggling. But it's month 1. Right? So it's like, when do you give people, at what point do people get grace for being new? Right? Mind you, there was no expectation set. It wasn't like, by this month you need to be done or understand all this, and by that month you need to understand this. It wasn't like any of that stuff. It's like, what marker were you guys using? You know what I'm saying? What marker were you using to decide any of this stuff? So anyway, I agree. So in other news, you guys, and better news, was that Sunday? Oh yeah, so this past Sunday, I just got, a month or two ago, I got my first paid gig as an MC at an event. And I just did that on Sunday. Okay? And then Monday happened, went to work. Tuesday happened, went to work. Got fired Tuesday by 5 p.m. At this point, I'm laughing, but Rob, you need to stop. What was the role? It was like a customer support role at a hospital. But on a more positive note, like, I just got my first paid gig as an MC, so I feel like that's what I'm targeting my business toward more right now. So more where that came from. I'll have a live site soon, y'all. I'm working on stuff, you know, like to Marcus's point, time to align myself with better things. It wasn't a good environment, like Chica said. You're only as good as the trainer, like B said. It's true. It's so true. And y'all, there was something that just happened 3 days ago. It was a huge moon thing. It was like a full moon. I forget what it was called, but it said everything that's not supposed to be in your life is going to get completely snatched. It's going to get completely taken out. And it's like the last one of the year, which is the year of the 9. So the year of the 9 was like all facades coming down. All lies, all facades, and everything coming out. That's what this year signifies. And change. Significant change. I don't know if you guys have felt that in your own personal lives. Like, I'm curious. I think, was God trying to tell you? Congrats on the MC experience. Congrats. Thank you. Thanks, y'all. I appreciate that. So it was fun. I you know what? I have a video I'm gonna post on it. It's gonna be like a short, and maybe I'll post a picture. If you guys are on Instagram, follow me on Instagram at Soulspiration, because I'll make updates on there too. Anyway, I've got a lot happening right now that are also positive, but it took me at least 48 hours. Wednesday. No, it took me 72 hours No, 48 because it happened on Tuesday. It took me 48 hours to really process. And so now I feel like now my time is being taken up by other things that I have to do and that I get to do. So I'm not tripping off it anymore, you know. It also makes me realize I would spend 8 hours a day in the office to make less than what I did at my MC gig in 3 hours. Like, be for real. Like, who am I kidding? You know what I'm saying? Like, not because I wasn't grateful for the role. I was super grateful for it. I needed that role, you know? It was just more so, since it got snatched away, it's another thing to consider. You know what I'm saying? Rob says, shooters shoot. Let me just read Rob's comment out loud for the viewers who watch this later. Rob said, I think that was God trying to tell you in this situation is that you just need to drop everything and come down here with me and we'll live happily ever after. Oh my goodness. Thanks for following me. I'll follow you guys if you guys back. I'll follow you guys back when you guys follow me because I don't know you guys' Instagrams. I was just reading a book that quoted, everything that happens to you in life is supposed to happen. And if it didn't happen, it's because it wasn't supposed to happen. That's true. You know why that's true, Rob? Is because we're all here to learn a lesson. And everybody's got an individual lesson they have to learn. Some people have multiple lessons. Some people just have one big lesson. And the one big lesson is so big that it takes some of us our whole lives or most of our lives to finally get the damn lesson. So that lesson just keeps showing up in different areas of our lives, whether romantically, professionally, internally, whatever else. So to your point, if a book is saying everything that happens to you in life is supposed to happen, it would. And if it didn't, it's not. Then that means that's not a part of your life lesson. Everybody's here to learn a lesson or multiple. I believe even groups of people are here to learn lessons. Like tribes and clans. Like things can keep happening to certain people because they haven't learned their lesson. Certain groups get marginalized or treated like this, treated like that. That's a deeper subject, but like I feel like it's because they haven't learned their lesson. Or we haven't learned our lesson collectively. That's a whole nother conversation. The way you summed it up was the way the book explained it. Interesting. What's that book called, Rob? I got a lot more time to read now, that's for sure. I got time to go to the gym, go for my walks now. Honestly, all of this, I believe, will be a blessing in disguise. What's also interesting too is that before I got this job, you guys, I'm not even gonna hold you, but the way that I was using my time was terrible. Like I had a couple clients that I was working with, but my schedule was all over the place. I was struggling internally, and I just felt like I need a routine, I need a schedule, I need something to get me on track. And a part of me kind of knew that a 9-to-5 would do that for me. And that is the only really purpose I see a 9-to-5 for, is for structure and routine. That's it. That is it. And of course a check, sure. Like a check you can rely on. Well, I couldn't rely on mine for very long, but one that you can typically rely on. Other than that, that is the only reason a 9-to-5 should, to me, be in anybody's life. Unless you just love the industry you're in. Obviously. So I needed this routine. Like I'm getting up every day at 6 a.m. because that's what my job required me to do, right? um, and so now I said, you know what, since I'm on this schedule and my body's on this schedule of being up at 6, not going to bed till like 10 or 11, I'm up like 16, 17 hours a day, every day for 2 months straight. So it's like, now, yeah, now it's about maintaining that schedule. They did you dirty. Oh, they for sure did. They absolutely did. Because to not have any warning is crazy. Like, they wanted me to be shell shocked. They wanted me to be like, huh, what? The way that I was. That's what they wanted. That's what you call evil. Those are evil people. That's how they operate. This is how they live their life. You just showed me your heart posture by doing that. And like you said, that's not something I wanted to be around. These are not stars. These are actually the Hawaiian flower. The Hawaiian state flower. I forget what the Hawaiian, I think it's the plumeria. They look a little better in the light. You can kind of see. Anyway. It's crazy because I totally could use a nap right now, but I don't even think my body will let me take a nap. Because I've definitely been up since 6. Well, I know what I'm wearing for my date tonight, y'all. I'm wearing this. Might even have to hit him with the glasses. Hey. They look great. Bring out your eyes. Really, Chica? Thank you. I was off for 3 years, living off the income coming from my stock market investments, and I realized I wasn't productive with my time, even though I was getting 6 figures at home all day. You know, Rob, first of all, you gotta teach me how to do that, because I don't know how to do that yet. Like, I invest a little bit, but not enough to be living at home off of them. So teach me your ways, and or cash at me. But but I have had the luxury of living at home and having something to live off of, whether it was just my savings account, because I'm an aggressive saver, or digging out of my 401k too early, whatever it was. Like, I had the privilege of doing that for 2 years. Where was I? And I see what you mean about not being productive. I think we think that money is gonna make us so happy. And I think in the beginning it does. But really what we want is structure. We want structure. We want to feel like we're creating something. And we also like routine. So all the money in the world with zero routine is still miserable, because it's not the money in of itself that makes you happy, right? So not because, I can't say this because I've been some, multimillionaire and I just know money is not no, not like that. It's more so because I've had small versions of that, and I've realized, even if I was getting 50 times that, I don't think this is gonna make me happier. I'm glad I came to that conclusion, because as I make more, I know that it's not going to be the source of my happiness. I do know that it will make things easier. Like, hey, I'm going to hire a chauffeur. Hey, I'm going to hire a cook. I'm going to hire this person or whatever to make my life easier. But it won't necessarily make me happier. That's an internal job at all times, I realize. Because even with other jobs I've had in the past that were paying me really well, I was working from home and this and that, I was still finding things to complain about. We're so annoying as human beings. We always do stuff like that. But I had to like find myself to be like, okay, what are you complaining about? Because 2 years ago you didn't have this type of job, and now you have it, and you're finding something else to claim, to make an issue. I had a therapist at a really young age, you guys. I had like hormonal imbalance at a really young age, at middle school, and I needed like a therapist. And she told me at a very young age, and it always stuck with me. She said, our brains are always looking for something to be wrong, always. And once it gets resolved, we're looking for the next thing. Like we look for it, actively are looking for something to be wrong. So like literally everything can be going right. You could have pockets lined nicely, parents doing fine, siblings doing fine, full fridge, house clean, car working nice, everything just working. And then you'll find something to be upset about. Find something to be a problem. Find something it's ridiculous. And I realize the only thing that has stopped me from doing that is meditation. That's it. It's the only thing that I have found that stops me from thinking crazy thoughts, terrible thoughts. Meditation. There's this meditation video that I listened to, and it's so calming. I can't believe how amazing it is. And sometimes I forget to listen to it when I get crazy. And in that video, it's telling you that nothing else exists. So when you close your eyes and you see the darkness, like you close your eyes and it's dark, you just listen to that, and it's telling you that the only thing that exists is this darkness that you see inside your eyes. That's it. Like it's the only thing that exists. Close your eyes, see the darkness. That is the only thing that exists. The chair you're sitting in does not exist. The bed you're laying on does not exist. Nothing exists except the darkness. And the reason why that's so powerful this is the darkness meditation. Yes. The reason why the darkness is so important. What is OBE? What is OBE, Chica? I love you too, Jot. The reason why the darkness is so powerful is because it's the creative space. Outer body experience. Interesting. I feel like for me, it creates an inner body experience. But I'll pay attention to it next time. Inner body experience makes you feel so inside of yourself and so unaffected by the external, which is just a facade anyway. It's all a matrix. Nothing exists but the inside of you anyway. So, isn't that crazy? Oh my God, it's insane. That's interesting though. I have to pay attention to like if I could see how that would be. But it really creates an inner body experience for me. I just feel so connected to the inside of myself that nothing else exists, and like nothing anyone else is thinking or seeing matters. I think that's how you connect to the outside as well. Exactly. That's exactly how we connect to the outside, because there's nothing but the inside. The outside is a reflection of the inside. Isn't that an African proverb? No enemy within, no enemy without. As above, so below. As within, so without. Yeah. Yeah, definitely inner body experience. And I think that's the point of meditation. It's to be so connected and grounded inside of yourself that nothing else matters. Or that you're able to create a different external type of realm, you know? Whoa. Chica said, I did this meditation with the 12 chakra system and I got so connected that I astral projected. Whoa. You want some other stuff, Chica? That's pretty crazy. How many chakras are there? Are some like outside of our heads? Like there's the crown and there's some that's like floating in the air on top of our heads. Because look, I only got the 7, okay? I got my seven guides. Let me show you my 7 guides right here. Those I can only do 7 right now. You doing more than me. You got a lot going on that I ain't got going on. I've showed you guys this one before. My chakra guide. Ow, damn it, that hurt. This is your this is the crown. This is the 3rd eye. This is the throat chakra. This one right here. This is the heart chakra. This is the solar plex, the sacral, and the root. Those are the main 7. You connect to the crown when you want to get spiritual downloads. Like, you're all about just being your highest and best self. You do your 3rd eye when you want to see stuff that other people can't see. But you gotta be careful with these, because if you open these, you just gotta be careful, okay? Your throat is so that you can communicate clearly, stand up for yourself. There's like lighter versions of these. It's not all so deep and scary, right? Your heart is when you want to feel love. Your solar plex is when you want creativity, vitality. Your sacral is like emotions, pleasure, happiness. And your root is your survival. Having your basic needs met, housing, food, feeling grounded. Survival, pretty much like the bottom of Maslow's law, you know. So 7th is how you connect to the spiritual, and the others connect to earth. Connect to earth and to source. Oh. The throat is how you communicate in astral. I know some people that opened their 3rd eye and started seeing some demons and went crazy. Yeah. Okay, so what are the other chakras called, Chica? Rob, yes. You gotta be careful. When you open your 3rd eye, like you gotta be careful. Honestly, when you open any of these chakras, you have to just read on it and know what you're doing. And it's not like witchcraft or nothing like that. It's just, it's the ability that we have as human beings that nobody talks about. And when you kind of just do it and don't know what you're doing, you gotta brace yourself, right? This chakra down here, the root chakra, I believe it's also called the Kundalini energy. which is the mother energy because it's connected to the earth. Because you sit down, like your root, the base of your spine is connected to the earth. And they call that the Kundalini mother energy. When you open that up, you have this like crazy, powerful, mother-like authority over people that, I don't know, it's just weird. It's because it's the mother energy connected to the earth. And this stuff is deep, y'all. Anyway, I can talk all day about this. Anyway, there's like all these guides in here to help you understand like what it's for, what you should focus on, what colors to wear when you're focused on it, which also is why I have these, you know. And then some. So I pull this out when I'm just like needing to rebalance myself. It's all metaphysics. It can be scary, but you realize how much power you have with your intentions. Yep. I love, honestly, my favorite chakra to work with probably is my heart chakra. That's where I like to meditate. That's where I feel the most peace. Also in my stomach when I'm anxious, right? Like when you meditate, you can also focus on some of these chakras as well. This feels nice. If you're ever anxious, just rub the top of your stomach right here above your belly button. And just kind of like rub in a circular motion. And you can probably like, you can calm the anxiety. Opening my Kundalini gave me a crazy sex drive. That's also because it's like kind of up under your groin. So yeah. Yep, you are a natural. Thanks, Chica. Yeah, y'all. It's so funny because like I feel like 5 years ago talking about this stuff would not be received by most of us in the room, right? Probably even myself. I'd be like, what are y'all talking about? But like I feel like now it's like everybody's becoming more enlightened and more acknowledging like the spiritual side of the world, the spiritual side of life rather. I don't know, I think I'm caving in, you guys. I just have a little piece about this big. Anyway, y'all, so that's my update. I have a lot more updates to give too. Like they're positive though. This one just caught me off guard because you get in a routine for 2 months straight and then boom, it's snatched from up under you. It almost is the size of my head. You gonna make some homemade cookies this weekend? What kind are you gonna make? I'm a snickerdoodle girly, but I just took what they gave me. Beggars can't be choosers. As the saying goes. Yeah, I'm the Trinity. Yeah, we the Trinity. Me and Divine Child got a secret. Yeah. Yeah, I'm the Trinity. You're gonna make a 12-inch cookie with M&Ms in it. You're gonna make this exact thing. And this is more like a 7-inch cookie, not a 12-inch cookie. 12 would be crazy. Anyway, what y'all got going on this weekend besides Rob's making cookies? What else? I don't want to lose my appetite. You're right. I have to get it out of sight. If I get it out of sight, I won't see it. It was just looking all pretty and colorful in front of me, so I had to move it out of the way. Out of sight, out of mind. It's a good looking cookie. It is a good looking cookie. It's a good tasting cookie too. Yeah, y'all, I'm trying to get back in the gym too. I'm trying to suggest other date ideas because I keep eating. They had the time of their lives. Yeah. Okay, Jot, thank you for all the kissing emojis. That's enough. My favorite sport, soccer. But I like to play and watch soccer. Other sports I just like to watch. Soccer is the only sport that I really enjoy playing and watching. Other sports I just like to watch. Like I like to watch basketball. I like to watch football. I also like to play golf, but I don't like to watch golf. What's your favorite sport, Chica? Me and the Raja got a secret. I'm gonna take y'all to this thing called. That doesn't sound right. I'm not gonna say that. I don't want to get Rob too excited. Do you like fishing? I've been fishing like I think twice in my life, and it was fun. It's funny because my god sister, she used to take us fishing like at 3 a.m. in the morning. She's like, y'all wanna go fishing with me? I'm going fishing. She loved all these interesting activities. She did everything. She liked fishing. She did a truck. She was trucker for a while. I'm going fishing. I appreciated her for that because of her interests. They were so different. Oh my god. I like combat sports. Wait, what? Everyone's cup of tea. What's a combat sport? Like Muay Thai and stuff? Is she still into trucking? No, she did it for a while, and I don't really know what happened. I just know that she, I know that. Rotate device back. Oh. Long story short is no, she's not doing it anymore. Anytime I turn my camera even just a little bit, it tells me I have to turn it back. Even if I just do that just a little bit, it's like, turn the device back. Like, dang. Why y'all hating on me? Muay Thai. Very cute. Is it Muay Thai? Muay Thai. Or Jiu-Jitsu? What did you say earlier? You said it's combat sports. What is combat sports? Is that kind of like rugby? Or like yeah, like Jiu-Jitsu? Trucking is great. I can't leave trucking alone. Huh. You're from the South too, Rob, so I feel like that's a Southern thing. You guys like your big old trucks, Ford F-350s, full on lift kit. Hi, Masti. Masti, I'm from the U.S. Where are you from? Yeah, I'm trying to think. Oh, that's what it is. Okay. Oh, 18-wheelers. Okay, that's what I thought. That's what she did. She used to drive trucks across the country. So yeah, that's what she was doing. I thought you were talking about um the smaller trucks, but like big for the road. From India. Welcome, Masti. I'm glad you're here. Can you guys hear me when I do this? Because I know my speaker is like on my bed, so I don't know if you guys can hear me. Me and divine child, and got a secret. Yeah, I'm a Trinity. Yeah. You guys, I found this. I learned about this. These two artists called Free Soul and Lava. Have you guys ever heard of them? What time is it over here? Over here, it's 4:48 p.m. It's not even 5 p.m. yet. I'm living in the past. I'm not gonna do the trucking thing, Rob. But I'm glad you like it. Oh, genre. You know, that's a great question. I don't know what they're considered, but look up Free Soul. So they're actually a couple. Free Soul and Lava. They're actually, I think they're married. They're either married or they're just like, compatible. What do you call them? Cohabitating partners. They have a child. But I saw them. There's this nonprofit that's like right across the bridge from me, and they're super cool. They're like everything's like super like spiritual wellness, Afrocentric, really big building, beautiful art, just amazing. And it's like the only thing we have like that in the city. I feel very seen there. It's a very beautiful place. But anyway, they invited to these two artists to perform, and they've been around for like 8 years or so, and they're really good. I was like, oh snap, like I just discovered two new artists and I got to MC that show. So I sat with them and asked them more about who they were in real time, and just like asked them like, hey, like what do you guys want me to say about you out there, and kind of took notes on them and everything like that. So it is a great place. It's pretty amazing. They also have vegan food there too. They have like vegan gumbo, vegan like Jamaican food, vegan like fried okra. They have everything. Lentil soup, which is so good. And the woman who leads it, she's an OG. She's like an OG. She's like 83, and everybody around here knows her. She even has somebody painted her on the wall downtown. So she's amazing. And they used to be one of my clients. Like I did their social media for a while. But if you guys are ever in San Diego, check out the World Beat Center. I need to get on my vegan food. Yeah, she's like what do you call she ran the only reggae station in my city. and she still runs it. They wanted to hire me on, but I think at the time, for what they were offering, I couldn't do it. And the fact that I know how many hours they work every single day, I would never get any time to myself ever. Because her current sidekick right now, she eats, breathes, and sleeps at center. She's the only one willing to do all and go above and beyond like that. Like, she never gets time to herself. So I feel like for me, even though I love that place, time is so important. You know, like personal time, wellness. It's a small team with a huge workload. But you know what it is though? It's just the founder of the place, she's a visionary. She wants to do this and that and this, and she just wants people to execute it for her. And she's been successful. It's been around for 25 years. She keeps getting grant after grant after grant. So, she's a boss. I just she wa- she wants people to do a lot for a little, and I can't do it. I can't do it because I have my own dreams, you know? But I go over there and I volunteer. And the clientele thing, like, we kind of severed our ties with the whole client work, but I might circle back. We'll see. Wes Miles used working at a radio station as his stepping stone to his success today. Yeah. You just said what I was saying. Glad to hear it. Yeah, it's like on one hand, I love what she's doing over there, but at the same time, it's like I have goals that I want to reach too. You know, and time is really important. Like, if you give everybody your time, you'll never have any time to actually work on what you want to achieve or materialize, you know? That's why even like a full-time job, like, don't get me wrong, I would, if somebody offered me a full-time job right now, I'd probably take it, you know, for financial reasons. You got to pay your bills. I live in one of the most expensive cities in the country, so I would absolutely take it, plus benefits, plus whatever, 401k, like, yeah, all that stuff is great. But at the same time, I'm giving another company 8 hours of my time every single day. It's a long time, you know? So, on one hand, them stripping the job away from me is like, okay, okay, bye. Because, you know, the same type of energy, if I can get up at 6 a.m. for them, I should be able to get up at 6 a.m. for me. You know, I just feel like we've been wired to think one way, to think that it's only worth getting up at 6 a.m. for somebody else. That's a programming. Like, no, if I'm gonna get up at 6 a.m., I'm gonna get up at 6 a.m. and go work on my own stuff. You know what I'm saying? It's it. I gotta reprogram the way that I think. I mean, I see a check from it right away, but eventually I will. True. So what's the plan, babe? Let's put it out there. You know, one thing about me is I have a hard time sharing everything going on. Like, I feel like I can share. Like, I feel like even me sharing about my job and what happened, like, that's a lot for me. Getting that personal, but I have a hard time, like, giving all the tea. So I'll just say that I'm focused on being an MC right now. And I'm going to get more clients out here in my city. Build my visibility in that sense. Appreciate you asking. But I'm going to be sharing the process of what that's looking like for me. Yeah. I know it'll happen. Thanks. Me too. Anyway, y'all, I feel like I should try to take a nap. I don't know if that's realistic. Appreciate my determination and my energy. Period. Period. I use my time while I'm working to read, pray, and listen to educational material. That's mainly why I love work and making six figures too. That's great. I love that. I also think too, like I said, like a 9 to 5, there's nothing wrong with it at all, in my opinion. It's the only time I see it as an issue is if you're so exhausted from it that you have no time to do the things you just said. Or if it's draining you to the point where by the time you get home, only thing you want to do is go to sleep. That's how you know it's killing, like it's sucking your soul. A soul sucking job is never okay. A 9 to 5 that's like doable, you feel challenged, you're kind of enjoying it, and you're paying your bills and then some, doable. And it gives you energy to work on something else on the side or create something. And you want to take care of yourself, go to the gym and cook and still be with your friends and stuff like that and your family. That's when it works in your favor, because it gives you that routine and that structure. Any other form of that is a soul-sucking job that you need to run away from fast. But other than that, there's nothing wrong with a 9 to 5. Absolutely nothing. I'm not the type to stick my nose up at one at all. A 9 to 5 is how a lot of people are funding their current businesses. That's how I was funding my business for a while. Actually, that's not true. I wasn't able to fund it until I got started freelancing. Anyway. But I like that you like to read, pray, listen to educational material. All them books over there, I need to pull out. So you do trucking, Rob? Like, is that your thing? Oh, okay. Transport hazardous materials and trucking. Cool. How long have you been doing that? I think I have what is that? Is that a mole growing? I don't want to rip it off if it's a mole growing. So do you like drive all over the country and stuff? Thanks. I know, right? It's so much bigger. I would show you guys my view, but I don't want to show you where I live. One of these days, Rob might be outside my door, so we can't have that. Just kidding, Rob. Oh, a local driver. Okay. That's probably better, honestly. Like, don't get me wrong. Like, traveling around the country, I'm sure is fun, but at some point, it probably gets kind of old. I think this is a mole. Can't tell. Sorry, guys. I made me doing that in front of you guys. Like, ew, what is that? Anyways, yeah. And then you're away from family for a long time. Like, remember that guy who used to come in here? I think his name was, what was his name? He's based in Chicago. He said he was Native American. He was, like, super tall, dude. Anyway, he does that. Like, he drives from state to state. And he's, like, it sucks his soul out. Shika, what are you talking about? I have no idea what that means. Swiper, no swipey? I know that's from Dora, but, like, I don't understand what that means altogether. Maybe I'm tired. Oh, there's more money in local driving? Then why the heck would anybody do anything different? At one point, people were trying to start their trucking businesses, and there was, like, a lot of money to be made. I remember people were like, yeah, I started a trucking business and do this and do that. All this money to be made. But now it seems like it's, like, died down. Preston was his name. Remember Preston? And he'd come in and, like, time. And he was like, yeah, you could used to make a lot of money in trucking. But now, I don't know. It seems like it kind of dried up a little bit. So obviously local driving is where it's at. I just like that one. I know what you mean. Sometimes it's not worth explaining. Me and the doctor got a secret. Yeah, I'm a trendy. Yeah, we. Anyway, y'all, I think I'm gonna call it because I need to somehow just breathe. Oh, I see. Well, that's good. Anyway, y'all. Okay, I'm about to go to bed. I've been having a hard time taking a nap during the day because I've been up for like 17 hours a day every day. So even though I'm about to get off of this, the chance of me actually falling asleep, I don't think they're very high. I'm gonna try though. Oh, dang, Rob. Okay. Big time in. Bitch on big time. Bitch on, bitch on, bitch on big time. Big time in. Y'all know that song? He's like singing a song kind of like how Big Timers ballin' like baby, they wanna have my baby. Nah, fresh like madness. Why nigga can't stand me, Bitch on big time. That was like the song in college. Don't mind me. Anyway, definitely like a Bay Area song though. So it didn't. I don't think it made its way all over the country like that. Cupcake no feeling. I ain't got time because I got a lot of. Anyway, y'all, I'm gonna call it. I think I heard a song like that. I'd be surprised if you heard it. First time hearing of it. I figured if you heard that all the way in New York City, I would be very impressed. The Bay Area has its own like music scene, as I'm sure, as you know, New York City does too. And you don't look cleared. What does that mean? You mean tired? Because I am. My mascara is getting in my eye. What are y'all doing this weekend? You didn't tell me. What time is your date? It's at 7:15. It's 5 right now. So, oh my god. Oh my eye. Oh my god, hold on. All right. I'm downloading some sleep. Yeah, my date's at 7. You guys want to know a secret? I went on a date last night too. but they're just like casual ones. I'm not the type to like I'm not into casual hookups. I don't think that means anything like that. But it seems like a lot of people are like wanting to go out. I feel like it's because the holidays are coming up and they're trying to make sure they're not snuggling alone this holiday season. Yeah, the men they're out here. They're like, rare. They're on the prowl. Rob said, this weekend I plan on cultivating and tilling my land for a garden next year. Nice. That's awesome. That's a great idea. Maybe you can be like the local farmer's market on Rob's estate. There's this really cute couple that bought a bunch of land in Tennessee, and they have a whole estate, and the food they grow is crazy. Like, young black couple too. They're super cute. I only say that because I know that you guys are. But yeah, they like sell their juices and stuff. Like they juice fruits and vegetables. Oh, my eyeball. Hold on, y'all. I gotta read those comments in a second, because whew. I didn't get my eye drops. What did you say? I wish I had a lot of time to date. I just gotta pray for my wife. Rob, do you have you ever been married before? Chica said, you gotta let me take you out, but I'm afraid you're high maintenance. That bill looks like it'll be at least high 3 to 4. I don't even eat steak. I love a good lobster though. I do like a good lobster. To be fair though, the only reason why a guy's bill is high is because he's also paying for himself. But if you only had yourself to had like her to pay for, it'd be half that number. To be fair. Like if you were gonna go do that anyways. But no, I don't think I run the bill up that high. I'd rather you spend the money on me in another way. Because food is like, okay, food is food, but like, I'd rather invest it into my business. I haven't ever been close to being married. I remember you mentioning something about some lady who was kind of like, anyway, we don't have to get into that, but that's all right. Like you said, just pray for the right person, you know, and also make sure that you know what you're looking for, right? I think as guys, like, I mean, as a man, I'm not a man, but like, you guys are the ones who are doing the pursuing, I hope. And like, when you know what you want in a woman, I don't know how difficult it is for you guys. I feel like women are always just like, we're the good men, right? If you're like a good guy, then like, why aren't the good guys and the good girls finding each other? You know, it's so interesting. So like, hopefully you know what you're looking for, and hopefully you feel worthy of having that, and that you go after what you want. Otherwise, of course, pray that you are in the right space at the right time. I say that prayer, right? Like put me in the right space at the right time to connect with the person who's supposed to be my partner. Like, that is my prayer. May I feel deserving and worthy of all the good qualities that I'm after, you know? Otherwise, you gotta get out there. What woman you talking about? Are you sure that was me that you were talking about? I feel like you said something about some woman that it was like violent, like she used to hit you or something crazy like that. What happened to nice walks in the park, feeding the ducks? Honestly, like, I do think that some women have taken it overboard with the expectations of like a first date. Me, myself, the reason why I would expect him to spend some money is because it just shows that he sees value in me. Otherwise, if you can't afford it, then there's no reason to kind of like put yourself in that position, you know? Not you, just in general. You know the thing about it, you guys, I'm thinking as myself as a guy when I say these things. Like, if I was a guy, and it's very interesting to kind of consider what you guys kind of have to do. But if I were a guy, what would I do? I'd be going after all women I think are... If I were a guy, I'd be like, I want you, and you're gonna see why you should be with me. That's what time I'd be on. And that's because as a woman, I know that that's what I like. So I kind of have that perspective. And also as a woman, now that I have that perspective, I'm also like, I only accept when guys are that way. Like the guy that I'm going out with tonight, I don't know the guy, I don't want to jinx it, but I appreciate his questioning of, hey, like, what time works for you? What day works for you? Hey, I made a reservation. Hey, does that work for you? It's very considerate. It's very respectful. So the date would be us in front of lawyers signing business. Chica, I missed that comment. No, that's not what I mean. Like last night we went to this little spot called the Crack Shack, right? And I was looking at the prices, and like these little burrito dinner bowls were like $14. So he spent like $14 a bowl. So I don't mind doing stuff like that just to get to know somebody. You know, like little things like mini golf, that's like $12 a person. Like stuff is not super expensive. It doesn't have to be a 5-star restaurant every single time. That gets old anyway. For like 5-star restaurants, you have to kind of save them for special occasions, because if you do it all the time, then it's just not that exciting anymore. Or not save them for special occasions, but like go kind of like not every day or every weekend, maybe like every other weekend, or maybe once or twice a month, versus like never or too much. Oh, the absolute epilepsy chick. Hey, Shari. How's it going? Popping through to say hey. I like that. You like what, Chica? I said a lot. Cupcake, no filling. I ain't got time because I got a lot of women. Cupcake, no filling. I ain't got time because I got a lot of women. It's so funny. I feel like it's easier to be a guy. I take a while before I ask a chick out because I want to learn a little about how she operates before I let her in my life. Do you think I'm doing it the wrong way? When you ask someone out, you're not letting them in your life. You're just asking them to do something with them. So maybe change how you see it. Change what you think a date is. A date is simply just we're sitting across from each other, either at a dinner table, or at a mini golf site, or at an arcade, or right? But it's got nothing to do with her and you letting her into your life. Otherwise, you're revealing way too much information about yourself. Tell her the basics, ask her the basics, see if the energy's right. And then if it's right, then go out a second time. It doesn't have to be complicated. I've simplified how I've saw dates myself. Like tonight, I'm gonna go sit across the dinner table and eat food and chew food in front of somebody, and we're gonna talk, and that's it. I don't see anything necessarily coming out of this unless I feel like, you know, you know what I mean? I've been good, Shari. You just missed an update. You're gonna have to watch the replay. Says the woman who isn't a guy. I think we both have our advantages. I think you're right. I'm looking at it from like the lens of already knowing myself as a woman. So like I'm like, why don't you guys just do this? Duh, right? Because I know what women like for the most part. I know what I like as a woman. So it's like, well, you guys are so, you just do this, do that, you know? So I'm being biased. But you're not in our heads like that, so. Congrats on 53 subscribers, Shari. That's exciting. I still have to check out your channel. How have you been? How are things? In Aussie land. Down under. I'll say this and then I'll probably just call it because I'm tired. But do you guys say down under? Is that a thing? Down under. But do you get what I'm saying, Rob? Like, does that make sense? Like, I used to think dates were like this. Oh my god, we're going on a date. Like, I used to make it this big deal. And you're just gonna go see if you can, like, you're just checking vibes. That's all that's going on. Oh, you guys say down under when you're joking around? Interesting. Down under. I'm asking these questions so that when I eventually take you out, I'll have a checklist. Ay, Dios mío. You should get all the information out of me. I can't give you guys cheat codes. That doesn't work. All right, y'all. I think I need to just like take a breather. I'm gonna call it. I've almost been on here for 2 hours. Bye, Shari. Yeah, I'm a Trinity. I've had a chick that said the first time when she came to my house, she said she was moving in. Oh my goodness. How long, let me ask you this. How long did you go out with her first before you invited her over to your house? Because I feel like y'all be moving too fast. Guys, y'all move too fast. Even if I'm a guy, I'm not inviting a woman to my house until I feel like, I mean, we have different reasons to be afraid. I feel like guys are more predatory than women, but women can also be kind of sneaky and like have their own agendas too. But like, I don't think yours would be safety so much. It would just be more so like energy, like what type of person is inside of my house. Like, who you let inside your house is kind of a big deal in my opinion. So anyway, we'll talk about this another time. Maybe that'll be the next video topic. So anyway, all right, y'all, until next time. I'm tired. See you later. Bye. Yes, bye, Chica. Bye, Rob. Rob, what the hell? Okay, anyway. You knew her for a few hours. Yeah, no, you're moving too fast. Okay, y'all.